Hello everyone and welcome back to my AFK can't even pronounce the game. My AFK Journey walkthrough. We are on a mission to find Damian in the Dark Forest. This is part 2 of the Dark Forest saga. So we're very excited to find the little twerp. Before we begin, or before I kind of narrate what's going on the screen, there's a few people who are asking whether I wailed or not in previous videos because my power is quite higher than maybe other people have been in the Dark Forest. No, I have not spent a single penny on this game. What I did do was, when I did download it, I spent a lot of time just doing the AFK challenges and the arenas and guild challenges and things like that, and slowly building up my resources. So it may look like I've spent money, but I've just over leveled with the side missions. So if you're getting a bit stuck at this part of the game, my advice is simple: take it easy and be patient. Now, tactical drills aren't exactly the funnest thing to watch, so we will skip through that a little bit. But yes, we are now on a mission to enter the labyrinth to find Mr. Damian. So yeah, it's really up to yourselves if you want to have an easier playthrough of the story missions or not. I was just afraid that I'd exhaust everything, so that is why I have invested a bit of outside time in other areas. And you can kind of choose the AFK stages yourself and kind of clear levels that you probably shouldn't be able to by just messing with your team comps, because a high stage level will let you get more rewards every day. So it's good return on investment for time. But again, there's no right or wrong way of playing this game. At least I don't think so. Wait till you see the comments will all be now how I've built my entire team wrong. But I welcome that. I welcome those challenges. So yes, we are slowly trying to find Damian, I suppose. We have more tactical drills. Some of these are fun. Others are a little bit, I don't know, I think I messed up there. We should obviously have used Cassidy's ult to push them into the barrel. So yeah, it doesn't matter how over leveled you are, sometimes these will get you. So you may think that you've got an AFK brain. There we go. The one and only time we're going to ever use Cassidy. If you remember from my Holostone explorations, I hated her. Still hate her. She's up there with Rowan on annoying characters. So the Bizarre Labyrinth. Again, more tactical drills, so there's no point in being over leveled. You definitely need to finish these. Presume we're going to use Valen because we had to use Cassidy for the previous one. Yeah, he's not in range, so I don't know whether this is going to be in my favour or not. Yeah, we'll get a second ult off actually. There we go. Valen is actually quite good, isn't he? I always wondered though why you can get him up to epic and mythic and legendary and that, but you can't get Hammy or Chippy. Missed opportunities. Speaking of Hammy, she's chiming in. And Crystal Defenses. Okay, so there's no automatic clear on this video. We're just going to be watching my overpowered army of Graveborns rampaging. But yes, not too taxing. And it's a little light so far on the story because we're just going through this massive forest labyrinth of places.
Well, victory is deserved.
So let's hold out for Damian that he's all in one piece. I'm gonna jump through this portal. Now we've gone back to auto winning. They've run out of ideas for tactical drills. I do find those those text boxes are a little bit quick to disappear, so I can't even read them out if I wanted to, which is a shame, because I do think that there probably is like some sort of like important lore going on that would direct us to where we should be going. I don't think I'm ever not going to use CCI either, so I hope everyone is well adjusted to watching her animations. She's such a good unit, especially with Rowan, because you can just like get her demon out very quickly. Even without Rowan, I'd still use her. And then people are getting popped. I'd imagine Granny Dahnie is going to be in this now because of the Dark Forest and whatnot, and it all being a bit wilders.
Well, victory is deserved.
Oh, an elite challenge. 30 bits of health.
Don't worry, your delivery's coming up.
Let's see how quickly we can make her health bar disappear.
Come out to my side and fight for me.
She's healing, is she? I forget what that character does. I know she's bad and she's like ranked low on like tier lists, so I've never really learned on what she's done. I've got her like a few times in arena, but like not to any grade. Success. Oh, we've got her down to 8. She's hanging on. Oh, she's jumped up to 15 there. There we go. Happy days. The elite challenge is gone.
Well, victory is deserved.
Victory is deserved. Kind of getting a bit worried about Damian here because we were supposed to be finding him, but there's not a sniff of him anywhere. So maybe we should just report him missing and move on with the rest of the game. Oh, here he is. Speak of the devil. Oh. The Lady Gaga flower is going to attack him.
Stay back.
Oh. Oh. Oh dear.
Corin?
We don't have to use Karen, do we?
Go, my friend.
I do like the way that Brian kind of does his ult at the very start. I'm like, oh. I suppose then if you just feed him energy, he'll like keep the bird up, but it should be fine. This is a story battle, so we do have to use a few. Use Aaron and Brian.
Every sword is a witness.
Here is the tank, it would seem, and not DBS there. And here we go, we found him.
Corin, your arms.
Yeah, they're pretty bad, aren't they?
I'm fine. Are you all right?
But you can't move your arms.
I'm not surprised. My arms were already approaching their limit. Making it this far has exceeded my expectations. Be proud of your work, young man.
Oh, I presume then Damian's the fellow who crafted his arms.
Prosthetics I made for him.
Ah. Come on, AI.
It's
Come on,
either life or
robotics.
death on the battlefield. I'm lucky enough to have lived, and losing my arms didn't prevent me from joining the army. After retiring, I encountered Damian, who was out collecting materials.
Your vine arms are one of my greatest creations. The best, of course. Don't worry, Corin. I will make you a new pair of arms when I find the right materials. Rosewood, yew wood, built-in gunpowder.
Oh no,
switchblade,
we have
you name it, and I will make 5 pairs, no, 10 pairs for you.
Is this going to be a
Because
fetch
you
quest?
saved my life.
I can't thank you enough. I'll find a way to repay you.
How did you end up here?
Are the Thorned Guards gone yet? I had the mechanical rovers swerve onto another side road, making a noise to distract them.
So the Thorned Guards are the evil guys, are they? They're like the evil wilders?
Me? They looked really angry and scary. Even I could see trouble with us running
And
towards
I
the
imagine some of
attack.
the cast probably
So I
are part of
kept
these
running,
Thorned Guards,
thinking no one would
guards,
dare
so
to come
that'll
here.
be an interesting
And I got
development.
lost.
Could it be? But that's impossible. The Thorned Guards have attacked and expelled the refugees. But Damian is a wilder. Unless...
We need a DNA test.
I don't want to admit that my
Imagine
fellow
if like his
wilders have
antlers
fallen
were
so far,
fake.
but now
Pull them
seems to
off.
be so. Whatever the truth is, the Thorned Guards can exploit Damian's disappearance as an excuse to blame the outsiders.
This is getting a
Damian
bit
and Lycan
topical
both
now.
live close to Lunador, which
Like any
serves as the headquarters
uh,
for the Dusk
Western
Patrollers.
government.
Most villagers there also
Villainize
have
the
open
minority.
communication with outsiders. If innocent children like Damian suffer such harm, it would be difficult for the Dusk faction to uphold their belief.
Suppose that's true.
We all know Captain Parissa, leader of the Thorned Guards. She is an excellent mage, always meticulous and responsible. A decent person like her would not suddenly turn around and give such cruel orders.
People can change.
You mean Parissa?
Yeah,
Has she really changed?
maybe.
I haven't seen her in a long time since I've been busy investigating and cleansing the corruption.
So now we have to meet Parissa. Chippy thoroughly inspected the underground. Now again, the dialogue boxes just move so quickly that I have no clue. Like, they should just stay on the screen and kind of go around the screen, I think. Because if you're moving in any way, they'll just disappear instantly, so we can't even read them.
Flower has a strange color.
Which is a shame.
His magic is indeed outstanding, just as Lawson described.
Just admit it. The mage I brought back is more powerful than any you've seen in your years of traveling.
I've only been out in the world for a few years, so of course I haven't seen it all.
No,
How
boys.
can I measure up to him? The magic he wields is indeed extraordinary.
Allow
Gonna
me
get a
to
big head.
interpret for him. What he meant was, oh wow, you're amazing. He's not good at giving compliments. You'll get used to him.
You're the talkative one.
Shall we head to Lunadorf?
We should introduce you to Granny Dahnie. She
Oh,
would be
Granny
pleased to know
Dahnie.
someone is able to destroy the corrupted roots. With her on our side, Master Earmere might lift the exclusion edict.
I doubt it. I think Earmere is going to be like a Lord Franz of this chapter.
Will they welcome me?
Of course. Villagers of Lunadorf are very nice to outsiders. Plus, you are my rescuer. Perhaps I can even find materials over there to make your new arms.
Oh. Come on, skin.
Everyone, follow me, please.
Literally. So following Leica, we reach the bizarre labyrinth. What makes it so bizarre? Who is to know? But a gorgeous setting, isn't it? It's so nice. It's very nice, and the music is nice too, so I am a fan. We have a solo crucible.
You're not even worth getting up.
It says it's immune to melee. So because Cecia is ranged, but maybe if they're in melee range, so even though she's ranged, if they're standing beside her, they might be immune. Which, yes, seems to be the case. So we are going to, I think, switch to Merrily, who is, you know, her ability is constantly just creating distance between people, so she's always going to stay ranged. We will learn to read these instructions at some point. I don't have many Merrily copies, so she's a little bit weaker than Cecia, but she's getting the job done and she's actually damaging them, which is half the battle. And Aaron is going to get one shot. He tried to betray us there.
Shots are perfect today.
The character models for all the enemies are kind of confusing when they use like your own characters, but so yeah, we can bop enemies quite easily. We have now miasma to finish. We should be fine though, I think. Just running through it with 2 tanks, 2 healers, and a DPS.
Come out, my servant, and fight for me. Hey! Hold it right there!
Easy peasy. We've already met Granny Dahnie now on our team. So we have our new area unlocked. There's another tactical drill which is gonna... So we have ice spitters that can freeze people. Presume we're going to use OD for range, and then we're just gonna ice them. This one's kind of like a tutorial for ice spitters, I would imagine. It's just gonna... Yeah. Easy enough.
A bit of experience.
A bit of luck. Oh, it would be rude not to explore, would it? Or we might focus on the main. We might focus on the main challenge at hand, and then towards the end we might do all the chests and stuff. So this is Lunadorf, which looks beautiful. Hollowstone is an ugly memory in our minds now. So yeah, we're just going to take a little second to get used to all these different boundaries. It is beautiful though, isn't it? And the music and everything is quite nice. It's just robbing the city of its money. Finders keepers and such.
You're back. I'm so glad to see Damian all safe and sound.
I love how they all have like antlers, cat ears, bunny ears.
Isn't that Lorson? How long has it been? 2 years? 3? We've missed you.
It's been quite long.
Shani, do you know where Granny Dahnie is? We would like to introduce her to a new friend.
New friend? You're a Lightbearer.
I'm a wilder.
Are you really a wilder? I didn't recognize you in your foreign clothes. No outsiders are allowed into the forest at this point. Given that you're a friend of Lyca and Aaron, you must be a big deal. Oh, right. You're here for Master Dahnie. Unfortunately, she's out of town.
Oh,
First the Thorned
convenient.
Guards, then the Lightbearer guards. Master Dahnie must be quite distressed too.
Well, in that case, we'll have to wait until she comes back.
Corin's arms cannot wait. You guys handle the arguing part. I'm going to figure out how to make new prosthetic arms for Corin.
Do you mind waiting a bit? You could use this chance to wander around Lunadorf. Don't worry, people are friendly to travelers from afar. Mr. Corin could use this as an opportunity to get some rest.
Good question. Curiosity is the first step towards inspiration. And then comes the second step. Practice. Hurry, come with me. I've come up with new ideas for the arms.
Right.
Let's go to the Wise Herb Garden.
The Wise
How
Herb
clever we
Garden.
wilders can be.
I suppose it'd be rude not to. I wonder, do we get a Corin skin then? If he's getting like new arms or a new update or something. Sure, we'll add some people. Still have a wee friends list going. Collect all the money, chests, dust, or essence. It's beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful environment.
Hey, if this isn't Damian. Here to find materials again? Many patrollers were sent out earlier to look for you. Where have you been?
I accidentally ended up at the very depths of the labyrinth.
Dun dun
No,
dun.
Vicky, I'm back in one piece. Uncle Diane, are there quick vines in the garden? I need them for my new masterpiece.
Certainly. They're in the southwest corner. Water them the way you used to. But hey, try not to use those weird potions for watering again. Last time, things were multiplying like crazy.
He's a wee geneticist.
I promise I won't this time. Thank you.
He's just one coin flip away from being a mad scientist, everybody. Right, so I suppose then we just go and get more essence, and then it's these vines here, I would imagine. There we go, we got them. Yeah, the dialogue boxes just moved too quickly. I'm not even sure what they're typing to each other or saying to each other. But sure, listen. Here we go.
Not bad. Let's go with this look for the new prosthetics.
Incredible. Even with such basic materials.
Basic materials. Is that a read?
Cutting and carving.
Yep. I've done it over 100 times while working on the prototype. Besides, look. I handcrafted this crafting table and the wood carvings of the deer spirit behind the house. They're all random creations from my fun experiments.
I never thought I'd see such exquisite craftsmanship in the Dark Forest.
Corin, this is nothing compared to what you did for me. There's more impressive stuff coming up. The processing part is done up to this point. The next steps are a bit tricky, and we'll need to gather some more materials.
Woohoo! Love fetch quests.
There you are.
What is it? How rude.
Master Dahnie has just returned.
What is it?
Waiting for you at the Sage's Court.
Oh, Granny Dahnie.
Aaron and Leica have already headed there.
Granny's not so soon. I need to finish working on these.
Who is she the granny to, apart from like that kind of like
Why don't you
universal
go first?
granny title?
I'm not interested in those complicated and dull grown-up matters. They mess with my creative thinking.
Dun dun dun. So, let us see what the old granny has to say for herself.
Those Lightbearer mercenaries seem to be intentionally stirring up
Interesting to see
between
her
the Dark
voice
Forest
acting.
and the Lightbearer Empire. The Thorned Guards
Come on,
acted
Leica,
strangely
be quiet.
as well. They sought
Give her a
to
chance to
intensify the
reply.
conflict, going as far as chasing Damian into the labyrinth.
On top of everything,
dear
they
Lord.
tried to frame the disappearance of Damian on the Lightbearer refugees. If we hadn't arrived in time, the consequences would have been dire. While the Thorned Guards are traditionally conservative, why have they suddenly become so extreme?
Must be Earmir's idea. After hearing the Thorned Guards' report at the Sages' meeting, his stance was very firm. Believing the outsiders had brought corruption to the forest, he implemented the exclusion edict. The Thorned Guards were all for his decision. However, Arden and I thought he was too quick to decide, and that's where the disagreement started.
So why did the edict
Granny
take
Dahnie,
effect if there was a
Did you end up arguing
1v2
with
situation?
Master Ymir?
Argue? I was merciful enough not to turn the meeting into an all-out verbal war. In short, the meeting ended on a sour note. Since then, Ymir has been avoiding me. Arden went off to explore the Verduso Mountains, with only occasional updates trickling in.
Then I guess it's impossible for you to step in and ask Master Ymir to revoke the order.
Me? I wouldn't have waited this long if that old man was willing to see me. Listen, even the three sages need to weigh and contemplate matters before deciding. Wisdom comes only when we free ourselves from blindly following old beliefs.
Truth. Preach, Granny. Preach.
Oh dear. Come forward. Let me take a
Oh
closer
dear.
look at you. Are you the mage who can cleanse the corruption? I left Lunadorf earlier because a new corruption site was discovered
Oh.
nearby.
Seems like
I
we're
have
going to
to
get
monitor
busy
it
straight
regularly,
away.
just to be safe.
What?
Nothing like
The
meeting the
corruption
granny
spread
only
near
to get
the
like
village.
85 new quests.
That's no good. The village will be in serious trouble if the corruption seeps into Lunos Lake.
They love the loon kind of prefix on words, don't they?
Responsible young man. Leica can stop worrying about you now.
Granny?
Oh, to be young again. I'll entrust you youngsters with the task of clearing up the corruption around Lunadorf then. Ryan, you stay here. Keep sending Arden messages through the wind and make sure he responds within the day.
Yes, Master Dahnie.
Right, well that was a nice little introduction. Is that the lake that Lorson was on about? Because it's tiny, if that's the problem. We're gonna get the waystone. Oh, we can pop these. More solo crucibles. Melee hero damage, so we're just gonna put Marilee in. She can you see, that's what I don't understand, right? Okay, CC's ranged, but when they're in melee range, it doesn't class it as range, whereas Marilee is beside them and it still classes as ranged, so... God. Unless maybe the damage she's doing from her ult is counted as ranged, even though she can't move anywhere. I don't know. It's just an observation.
My shots
Could be wrong.
perfect today.
Could be right though. Let's be positive. I'm so smart. Tactical drills and solo crucibles. They're everywhere. Because there's an assist mode with the tactical modes, I actually... It's kind of bad. I just kind of fly through them just to like activate assist mode. Unless the solution is like very easily
Looks like
there. I presume we do Muriel though. Oh, there's a frost thingy as well. Yeah, I don't know. Can she like do? Yeah. I forgot that there was an ice thing there, so maybe it is Valen.
Oh my.
We'll try her again though.
Looks like someone needs a little one.
Okay, we moved him further back now, so if she gets her ult, she should be able to toast them both. Yeah. Oh, happy days.
Sorry, did I burn
You go,
everything
Muriel.
down? Oh well.
I'm so tempted to get her like skin, you know, the white dress one, because it looks so nice. But I am adamant not to spend anything on this game. Cosmetics wise, I don't think there's a problem maybe buying cosmetic, because it's not like game changing. But I do like the idea of advertising content as free to play.
Come out, my servant, and fight for me.
But like the thing with free to play, I suppose, is that like, is it like a lot of people advertise their content as free to play, but like they invest a serious amount of time into their content. So like, it's not even really a true reflection of like the free to play experience, I don't think, because I play this game a lot. So anyone who's kind of just casual and free to play might not have the same experiences. Given like I get a lot of questions asking if I have whaled, and it's not. I just have invested a lot of time. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet and let's listen to La Quest.
Went underground for a quick look.
Oh god, it's Chippy. We can actually talk over Chippy.
They're spreading in the southeast direction. Even though there's only a small area visible on the surface, it's pitch black down there. And the roots stretch quite far, like a giant snake.
Dun dun dun.
Stop. You're giving me the creeps.
Any clues?
Any clues?
To the corrupted area close to the forest entrance? Where the refugee camp is? Chippy can't remember. The roots of that corrupted manafleur in the labyrinth seem to be growing toward the east.
Is there a pattern to this? When I patrolled the forest with the Dusk Patrollers, we only noticed corruption in the less visited spots. We've dug out the roots before, But since they spread too widely, we could only remove a nearby section to slow down the corruption.
For the time being, let's make a note of these locations first.
See, the thing with the Dark Forest thing up to this point is you've basically, like, half the cast have been away traveling for the last couple of years, so it's just a bit weird. There's like, I know Laika's kind of been there, but like, everyone just seems to kind of be like, hey, we're all back at the same time, let's fix this problem. People have said that Granny Dahnie's like the second best tank in the game after Thorin, but I think she's very good. Because she synergizes with Wilder, which I think is the strongest faction. But I just think she's good. Thorin, I think, is very hit or miss, because when he dies, he just like puts aggro on everyone else, whereas at least Granny Dahnie's like, you know what, I'm gonna take hits like a truck, and I'm gonna hit like a truck. All these elite challenges. 30 bars of health and can teleport. So Janiza is gonna be like running around like a headless chicken. Just gonna absolutely murder this flower creature thing. There we go.
Well, victory is deserved.
Oh, we're back to fighting now. We can't pop them, so maybe we have to do a little bit of leveling up to keep our lead on the game.
Don't worry, your delivery's coming up.
Again, should be fine. I think anyone who's like wondering about setups, I've done 2 tanks, 2 healers, and a DPS. Seems to be working out fine. Probably not the most exciting or quickest strategy.
I'm still pretty
But sure, 'tis a strategy all the same. So we won more crystal defense. Crystal defense, I don't really mind. I've never really had a problem with them. Just like auto lock the team, just put it in. Like the arena's randomly in there. And Tandra is there. Because why not? Just taking a wee bit of time, I suppose.
The experiment was a total success.
And there we go. Just robbing the landscape of chests and gold and essence. Pilfering them. Maybe we're the corruption. So we're going this way. We can just actually auto walk, can we? Back to Lunadorf. There's no way that you can read that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop giving out about those dialogue boxes, but there's no way of reading that in that amount of time.
Roots. What do you think? The mage I brought in is quite impressive, right?
He hasn't even said anything, and you're already asking for credit.
Come on, I went all out to find him. There's got to be some credit for me.
I'm looking forward to Larson being a playable character. I love when games do that. I love when games like introduce characters and there's like a pause for when they're released or introduced and stuff.
You kids are so restless. It'll still be a while before you can stand.
Because like other games, like other gacha games like Genshin or that, it's always like when a new character comes out, the new quest is about them. Whereas I kind of like when things are like mixed and matched and like
offering a prayer.
Yeah, I haven't said that. I'm
The
not prepared to
Dismal
wait too
altar.
long for Larson. Like, he should come out soon, but...
Oh, my apologies. We haven't properly introduced you to the deity worshipped in the Dark Forest, have we? We worship the goddess of the earth and the rivers, Misate.
That's a nice
Legend
name. Very
has it
Lord of the
that
Rings.
Whenever the Dark Forest faces calamity, Misate transforms into the deer spirit to guide us.
She's not doing a great job,
As
is
time
she?
passed, we sculptured statues of the deer spirit.
These are all in
and set
peril
an
and she's
altar.
not in deer form
On
helping
major
us.
holidays or when facing crucial decisions, we offer prayers to Misate, asking for divine blessings.
To pray for Misate's blessing, so that Corin's new prosthetics can last for a good while. I took a close look at his previous arms. They lost their vitality due to extended use. It was only after
Are we ever going to get any
that attack
backstory into how he lost them in
that
the
they
first
stopped
place?
working completely. Though Misate may not answer my prayer, I figured I should at least try. Well, worry not. I adjusted my design to ensure that they last longer than the previous ones.
Right. So we're on a wee mission now to appease this deer spirit of sorts, who is in Lunadorf. I'd imagine they're like the little puzzles, the little deer statues that we have found around the forest, that some of which we can't actually access, so you must have to like progress a little bit in the game. Nice to be kind of cutscene, semi-cutscene, because there's no real voiced dialogue. But yeah, Misate seems to be real.
That completes the ceremony.
Misate above. I'm sure she has heard everyone's prayers.
Pray for the corruption to go then. Why is it my problem? I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I want to help. I want to help.
Yes, my arms. I can move them again.
What do you think? They are my greatest invention. Just come to me if anything happens to them. Forget about that exclusion edict. Saving my life makes you a friend. There's no reason to keep friends outside.
Words to live by. What is with these like young healer type characters that I just find very annoying? Because it's between him and Rowan, I'm like, oh.
It's a meaningless cycle, isn't it? Save your thanks for Leica and Aaron. They helped us too.
All right.
And me.
My dear Wilder friends, I've come to understand that the forest blockade is Yrmir's decision. I made a mistake in my previous assumption. You've been accompanying Damian and me on this journey. Please accept my apology.
Who is Corin? Is he like a bigwig in the Lightbearers?
Given the current chaos, we as
Or
children
is he
of the
just
forest
like
must share the
a
responsibility.
representative for the refugees?
Leica Lawson and I were born and raised in the Dark Forest.
We need
Must
some
bring them to our
context.
home once again.
Can you do me a favor? Damian says my arms are not ready to fight anytime soon. So when you see Yrmir... I have faith in you.
You must be exhausted from the journey. Granny Dahnie and Shani have arranged a place for you to rest. If you'd like a short nap, head to the house by the Weiserherb garden.
So we're back on the garden spree. We're going to avoid those little tables just because, again, it's not voiced dialogue, which I'm, you know, not about. We're spending the night in Lunadorf, as you do. And we have a rose. So we have to talk to 3 people. Very exciting.
Why are you still up? Is the place Granny Dahnie arranged not to your liking?
Could you imagine?
As a guest from afar, it would be our fault if you couldn't rest well. Well, my mind is restless. So I thought I'd walk around the village.
Guilty conscience for
This
leaving
tree, you
everyone.
see, was planted when Lunadorf was founded, imitating the Lucent tree. When I was young, I often saw people standing under this tree. I would ask them, if you have worries, why not pray at the deer spirit altar? And they said many things were too embarrassing to voice in front of Misate. Now, I understand that sentiment. While you were wandering the village, did anyone mention a nickname for me? Some call me the Scion of the Lucent Tree.
Someone has a high opinion of themselves.
The Lucent Tree is the sacred tree of the Dark Forest, and it is believed that a child born under its branches will be blessed by Nisate.
Come on, plot armor.
Everyone believes that I would bring
We're
peace
just
and
building up
happiness
for
to the
Aaron to
forest.
be like the new leader.
I've never met them. Was I abandoned by my parents, or was I blessed, as legend has it? It's meaningless to trace my lineage, because I don't feel any different from Leica, Lawson, and the others. But there's only one thing I can't forgive myself for. I wish to walk the path of the sword, and have no interest in living up to everyone's expectations. So, as Lawson said, I left. I left the forest and everything behind.
Yeah, guilty
Dedicated
conscience,
myself to
lads.
perfecting my
Told you.
swordsmanship. Only upon my return did I realize that the forest had changed. I wield the weapon meant to protect the forest, but I've lost the will to protect it. You're right.
As I
Yet,
always am.
Being a member of the wilder community, I have duties to fulfill. I'm not the hero everyone envisions. Just a selfish person avoiding his responsibilities. I
Okay,
deserve
we
to be
did
punished.
nail him
Don't
at
let
the very
myself
start of
pity
meeting him.
affect your mood.
I told you this was who he was
Go and
about.
get some rest.
And he agrees, which makes me feel a bit guilty. Hammy.
Chippy, do you
And
remember
Chippy.
when I was affected by the corrupting magic at the forest entrance? The magic emanating from the corruption felt identical to what I sensed in Southville.
So the syndicate.
Is it possible that the same person is behind all this mess? Ah! Stop! You're giving yourself a headache.
Chippy will cry if you collapse again.
Magister, why haven't you gone to bed yet? You need some quality sleep to restore your magic.
No pressure.
He suggested that we take some time to think so you can get more rest. You must be really tired from the journey and the cleansing.
It's a lot of assumptions.
We haven't come up with anything yet. Before you reinforce the seal, didn't the mercenaries guarding the Great Fields mention a woman in black working with Lord France? I think there's a connection between the corruption here and what happened in Ryam. But so far, we haven't found any clues. Hammy doesn't have any ideas, so Chippy is even more clueless. Chippy thinks those creepy, tangled roots underground look like a huge spider web. Super scary! Magister, leave the guarding to me and Chippy. Go get a good night's sleep until you're fully rested.
But I don't trust either of you two. If anything, I'd lose more sleep. Not really messing.
Tomorrow we'll figure out how to get Ymir to lift that exclusion edict.
Ymir is not a playable character, so he's someone to look forward to meeting, I suppose. Alright, we're going back to bed then, so. Maybe it was Chippy and Hammy we had to talk to, and we got both of them involved. So we are sleeping. And voila, finito. And we are going up this way. We are going to avoid the meeting place again. Maybe I'm missing out on like valuable information about the plot by doing that, but I think we'll play on with the main storyline for now.
Did you sleep well last night?
Granny Dahnie, we've come to say goodbye.
We're heading to the base of the Thorned faction to find Ymir. We hope he'll reconsider the exclusion edict and ensure fair treatment for the refugees.
Go on. Teach that old man a lesson. He won't remember the forest's way of treating guests unless we remind him. Avoiding me is one thing, but if he can't even face a few youngsters, that old man will lose all his dignity.
Damian.
Her
we're
name
getting
should be
ready to
Granny
leave.
Dahnie, not just
Stay in the
Dahnie.
village and be careful with your inventions, or Granny will be after you with her umbrella stick.
Don't worry. I won't let her catch me while I'm working on my new explosive barrel.
Lawson?
What? Did I do something wrong again?
No, you did well. May the wind guide both you and him on your way.
His voice is so gentle, isn't it? It's kind of like he just whispers into his mic when he's delivering his lines. It's nice, but also kind of like it's so different than every other character in this game. Right, so we have to go to the Thorned Sage, Eomir. We might just see what the crack is. We better pick some flowers. We'll see what the crack is up here. Oh, we're back to popping enemies automatically. Take some money. But yes, we're gonna see what the crack is with these Thorned Guards. I think, is it Parissa? Parissa? She's going to be the point of contact, I think, with the Thorned Guards. So I do know her because from like the arena mode and stuff, I have used her before. So she's like flowers and stuff. Yeah, I think she's a mage as well. So it's nice to expand the roster of characters. And given the kind of context that we have heard, she might be a potential villain. Because I don't think the Thorned Guards are in any way, shape or form the good guys at the minute. But again, open to correction.
Still pretty solid.
So I suppose we finish off these guys just so we can open up the big chest. I suppose after this, after I do like this quest, I'm probably going to spend an awful lot more time on the arena and AFK challenges, so when people do revisit the next video, I could have jumped 1 billion power points. Who knows?
Well,
We might mix it up with our team comp though, just because 2 tanks and 2 healers is a bit slow. Get some more treasure. We Carnstone that we are going to avoid because you just never know what the messages. Moongloss Spring, very nice. We've discovered a new place. A new place that we can't actually do anything at. Bit of a weird reveal. Picking bushes. Finding money. Looking for essence. Not enough essence in this game. Someone's asleep here. Oh, Parissa.
Leica, Aaron, and Lawson. Why are you all in my dream?
Oh.
I don't think you did anything wrong.
you just passed out after drinking too much cornflower tea.
She's drunk, is she?
Why are even dreams so fleeting? I haven't repented to Miss Sate yet.
Oh.
You don't look like a wilder from the way you dress.
She assuming things about me.
Mage Lawson invited back to cleanse the corruption. Parissa, I don't mean to sound rude, but do you really think the exclusion edict is a good idea? Well, it keeps out the corruption, it also shuts the door on others' good intentions. As the captain of the Thorned Guards, could you please urge Master Eomir to give the matter a second thought?
The Thorned Guards look so tough. I didn't expect their captain to be such a beautiful lady.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a read, but it's a compliment.
Looks don't matter. What matters is the will to protect the forest. Besides, what captain? I am no longer captain of the Thorned Guards.
Oh. Dun dun dun,
The new
plot
captain
twist.
has been chosen from the elite, but the ultimate authority lies with Master Eomir.
Ah, so he's gone on a power
expressed
trip.
my concerns about the
So
exclusion
Parissa
edict
isn't a
and
villain, or
repeatedly
at least not
advised
as much as we
Master
thought,
Eomir to
or as
reconsider
I
his
thought anyway.
decision. Unfortunately, he remains convinced that the corruption in the forest is caused by humans, and that by sealing it off, we can cut off its source. Later,
It'd be hilarious
I
if you
was
turn out to be
relieved of
right.
my
Just
duties
saying.
due to my supposed incompetence and perceived disloyalty. My companions, including Vice Captain Kafra, were also reassigned.
Oh, Kafra is a character that I think no one has ever used in this game. It's like the bird guy.
And made you captain?
It's probably due to my defiance.
Ah, so she's a good
In
girl,
any case,
so.
there's no longer a place
Or
for
a good
me in
lady,
the
I should
camp.
say. When you go to
What you
Lunador.
don't understand as an Outlander is that with or without the title, I'm a member of the Thorned Guards. The Thorned Guards have been up to no good lately. As a former captain, I'm powerless to intervene or advise them.
Mm-hmm.
How can I face the people of Lunadorf and beg for shelter?
Is that why you sought refuge in the Dream Realm just now?
That was the only way I could repent to Misate.
Where there's our hero, there's a way. Parissa, when faced with an Outlander who can cleanse corruption, will Eomer stick to his earlier decision? His resistance to external support would drag the forest deeper into the mire, rather than helping our shared home.
Scion of the Lucent Tree, can you really cleanse the corruption? I guess there's no reason to doubt you, since both Aeron and Leica spoke highly of you. Leica of the Dusk faction, Lawson of the Wind faction,
All these
and the
titles.
Scion of the Lucent Tree who is fated to save the Dark
Oh,
Forest.
this
Of the three
title again.
factions,
They're all trying to make it
only
happen,
the
aren't they?
Thorned faction remains resistant to change. Come with me. I'll take you to Eomer.
Ah. Happy days. Right. So we don't have far to go, I don't think. Oh, a tactical drill. This will take us a couple of hours now to work out on our own.
Time for work again.
Coralina. Probably actually should have waited to freeze him. We might be able to do it anyway. There we go. Phew. That was a bit kind of dicey.
A bit of experience,
A bit of luck. Just get all the money we can. Cleaning the corruption on this forest doesn't come for free. Parissa here. Okay, so we can pop random mobs. Oh, getting caught in the environment. Those cliffs are a bit
Drizga.
annoying.
We are here to see Master
Drizga.
Eomer.
That's the fellow who's after
Parissa,
Damian.
Why are you here?
You've been
no,
abandoned
you're no
and
longer the
banished and
captain.
shunned.
You have no right to enter the Thorn camp.
Please step aside and let us in.
They all claimed you were conspiring with outsiders. I didn't believe it.
Hmm.
But now it appears to be true. Why are you bringing a Dusk Patroller and a Wind Whisperer into our camp? You were once Master Eomer's most trusted advisor, and now you're defying his orders?
Drizga, the Thorn Guard's mission is to protect the forest, not blindly champion the will of one sage.
Oh,
Now,
come on,
are the
revolution.
Thorn Guards still worthy of being called the guardians of the forest?
You're the one who betrayed us. Guards, get them out of here.
Oh dear. Oh, we don't have to use her. Shame. She does seem like a fun character. She's just a bit kind of weak maybe in comparison to everyone else. Well, we might switch her in at some stage. Get our Parissa fix. Oh, more guards. Sure, why not? The more the merrier. You don't get gold for these mobs, do you? No. Look at the world currency gold.
Well,
Victory is deserved.
Oh, those Thorned Guards are tough.
Not
We
really.
still have a ways to go before reaching
Let's be
Eomer's
real.
tent.
What? Will there be more battles like that ahead?
More than likely.
That last battle made me want to turn tail and run.
You didn't even
The Thorned
fight.
Guards never slack off in training. We work hard.
Yeah, I might be over-leveled if they're really hyping up the difficulty of that fight.
What are they trying to protect now? Let's get going.
Right, lads, well, I'd say that's probably us for this part of the video. Really enjoying the Dark Forest. Apart from the whole solo crucibles and elite challenges that are like cleverly disguised everywhere. But yes, that is part 2 of our Dark Forest playthrough done. Put Valen down in here just because he's got that AoE ult. But as usual, if you have enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel for more notifications of silly content I may be releasing in the future. Really enjoying the game, and I will remind you, not spending a penny on it. So if you are following this guide and not following in my progress, take a day or two and just do the challenges and experiment with your AFK stages. You'll get more rewards as your playthrough continues. But yes, look after yourselves as always. Until next we meet, be good, and I will catch you all in the next one.